Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Sandeep Pednekar, and you're watching One Universe, the talk show based on the nonprofit One Universe that fosters positivity through the promotion of love, peace, and harmony. And to promote that positivity, we have had Miss Frances on our show a couple of times, and she's here again with a guest. So please introduce yourselves.
Okay, of course, I am Frances McNeil, and I am the founder of Mobile Homeless Ministry. And we do a lot in the community, and we will discuss that later.
Yep.
My name is Chastity Harris, and I am a volunteer with Miss Francis with Mobile Homeless Ministry right here in Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. So I would like you to raise your voices so everybody can
Okay.
hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
So Miss Francis, you have been on the show a few times. We have talked about the wonderful things that you do. I am thoroughly impressed with the impact that you have on the community by all the wonderful things that you do. And so you are now doing few more things. We are going to talk about that, of what all things are coming up in the few weeks and months. But just as a reminder, please remind our listeners what exactly you do.
We assist those who are homeless with shelter referral. We also go to the shelters and we feed people. We donate clothes and shoes on a regular basis. And I think that's about it. Maybe more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you provide food, and I also volunteered at a church.
Overnight shelter, we do
Overnight
that.
shelters as
with
well, yeah.
room in the inn.
Yeah, but homeless, mobile is the main thing for your thing.
We are
through your
mobile.
nonprofit.
We are mobile. We are mobile. Yes.
And Chastity, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Again, my name is Chastity Harris, and I am a volunteer for Mobile Homeless Ministry. Me and Miss Francis actually met at a unique time.
Yes.
When I met Miss Francis, I was actually homeless myself. I had just received assistance with Hospitality Hub. I was placed in a hotel room for about a week before I was transferred over to room in the inn. And a mutual friend that me and Miss Francis have, I guess they were discussing an event that Miss Francis wanted to have for people at the Restoration House. And they thought of me and called, and they were talking about planning this event for the homeless. And I was like, oh, I just found it quite unique that I was thought about, to offer services for the homeless, and me being homeless myself. I think me and Miss Francis, we planned that event for almost like 3 months. Yeah, we planned it throughout like the whole entire summer, and she didn't see me physically, or we didn't meet in person until she saw me at room in the end. Donating clothes. And still, even then, she thought that I was working there. It still hadn't clicked to her that I was an actual resident there. So, and we planned a wonderful event, Paint the Garden Pink. We did that event, and people enjoyed it. Like the residents at Restoration House, they enjoyed the event, and me and her, we've been working together ever since.
Be sure to tell them what you do. Yeah, she's a chef.
So yeah, and I do want to add that when Miss Francis took me to the room in the inn, that is where I first met you.
That is where we first. Yes, that is where we first met as well. So that was amazing.
And I also like what you share about what you do. So please tell our listeners.
Okay, well, I have a youth program, 5 Senses, Farming, Agriculture, and Culinary Arts. It's right over in the heart of North Memphis, the Douglas community, to be exact. I teach children between the ages of, well, I can say 2 to 18 now, because my son is 2 years old, and I teach him as well. So I teach children between the ages of 2 to 18, the basics and the fundamentals of growing their own food as well as preparing their own food. So really teaching the importance of farm to table or farm to fork, however you want to put it, and entrepreneurship as well. Like teaching children that they can make money off of the food that they're growing, or even just preparing those meals. Yeah.
So, Miss Francis, I know you have a job. You do security,
Yes.
and that's a full-time job.
No, it's part-time.
It is part-time.
It's part-time. Yeah.
So, and you still find time to go out in the community when you're driving, you see somebody homeless, you stop, you talk to them, ask questions, and then find home for those people.
And I get calls all times of the night.
Even though if you're not, then somebody else will always call you. And we have talked about it, but I'm mentioning and bringing it up only so that I can remind people and listeners, this is the Miss Francis Walker McNeil, who has that big heart to give back to the community, do wonderful things. And I'm thoroughly impressed with what you do and in awe
Thank you.
of everything you do. I also want to go ahead and mention volunteers that help you. They give clothes and some funding too.
Yeah.
So please
sometimes.
talk about that.
Well, I have some volunteers that you will never see out with me. Some just go around collecting donations. Some give monetary donations, and so some you'll never see, but they're out there promoting what we do and keeping the ministry going, because it does take funding and donations.
And there is in kind too.
Yes. So we, but as soon as I get it, it goes right back out, because we have something all the time, don't we? We have something every month, sometimes 2 or 3 events.
Yes.
So it goes right back out. As soon as they bring it in, it's going right back out. So yeah, that's what we do. We got an event coming up.
So yeah, there are a series of events. So yeah, let's talk about that.
But let me talk about the Frazier Connect Center first, because this event is going to be at the Frazier Connect Center, and it's this coming Saturday. So I am a big supporter of the Frazier Connect Center. They let me use their space for free all the time, and so they are they're well known for helping people in the community that do things for the community. And so if you live in Frazier, you can use their facility for free. They call it All Things Frazier. So yeah, in case somebody didn't know that.
That's very nice. And so what exactly will happen this Saturday?
So we're gonna give away clothes, shoes, groceries. We have furniture donations, and we also household items.
Okay, so that is being done through you.
Yes.
So then what is the Fraser Connect doing over there?
They're allowing me to use the facility, and they have some donations as well. I think they got some little drinking cups, and some other things that they are donating to this as well.
Okay. And the reason I ask is because there was an event before last year, and I attended that, and there were like 20 different vendors, so to say.
Yeah.
And this time, are you saying it is only going to be you?
No, we're gonna have vendors. We have Porter Lee, Head Start. She will be trying to sign people up for Head Start, their kids up for Head Start. We have Paparazzi Jewelry gonna be there. Okay. Mary Kay Cosmetics. We also have Frazier Friends of the Library. And they're gonna be there. We have the free government phones. If you need a free government phone, they will be there as well. The fire department will be there talking about fire safety. So we have a lot of vendors. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. But we also have people that, here it is. We also have people that donated. They actually had it mailed to me, and we have people that donated gift cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we have gift cards, Macy's, Amazon. So yeah, so we're gonna have a great time, and we want people to come out who really need the help. I have reached out to people that transitioned from shelter to home, some of my clients, and they will be there. But we want anybody that is in need of clothes, shoes, or groceries, etc., to come on out.
Very nice. So I know. when
11
I-
a.m. 11 a.m.
Mhm.
to 1 p.m. and the address is 1635 Georgian Drive.
You did 1613 Georgian Drive.
1635.
1635.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
1635.
All right. So now this is this coming Saturday.
Yes, and then later on that evening, I'm helping out with fine dining for the homeless, and that's later that evening. So I'm gonna be busy Saturday, but and I'm providing clothes and shoes. Adrian Davis is the person that is sponsoring this event, and he is doing a great job at bringing barbers, chefs from all over the city, entertainment that is going to show the homeless what it's like to be, fine dine and, have a good time.
So I know you have done this before, the fine dining.
No, I've never done this before.
The fine
This is
dining
what-
you're doing
this
for
is
the first
what-
time.
Yeah,
I see. Okay. And where exactly will this be done?
this would be at Morris Park. Is the address on here? You see the address? I don't have my glasses. You don't see the address. But it's between is that Adams?
Adams and
It's on Poplar, but it's not too far from
the LeBron. It's right across the street from LeBron.
yeah, across the street from Lavona Children's Hospital.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Morris Park.
Morris Park, and that would be the same evening, this Saturday
3
evening.
p.m. to 7 p.m. From 12 to 3, they will be getting haircuts and they'll be getting, all the things that they need, like clothes and shoes, and other vendors will be there. The people are going to give out jackets, socks. So it's going to be a lot of things that they're going to have a lot of resources from 12 to 3. But at 3 o'clock, it's the fine dining.
Okay, very nice, beautiful. So now this is this Saturday, 2 events this Saturday.
I
And there
have
are-
2 events this Saturday. I'm going to be busy.
And after that, there are a few more.
Yes.
So do you remember those dates?
Do you remember the dates? Okay. Let's
Something,
see.
something in April, May.
April. We have something in April every week. I think the first
Wow.
week we're doing. I know we're doing April the 9th. We're doing an Easter dinner at
Okay.
one of the shelters. We are doing that.
Which shelter is that?
Restoration House.
Okay.
So if you would like to be a volunteer, just reach out to me. I'm always looking for volunteers.
Very good. And then after that,
Well, I'm just trying to remember everything because I didn't, it's probably on my phone. I have my phone with me. It's over there.
okay. So let us.
But we have something like in May, we're gonna do Mother's Day. Oh yeah, in April, we're also helping with the Foster Child Care Awareness Parade. That's what we're doing.
That's over in
Smoking City, Klondike. So we will be, showing what we do in the community at the parade, Foster Care Awareness Parade.
Okay.
We're
all
gonna
right.
do that.
So and that is in May.
That's in April.
April. And what's in May?
In May, Mother's Day, we're doing purses with a purpose. We want people to donate purses. So I know everybody got a purse that they may throw away.
Don't use it.
Don't use it anymore. Don't throw it away. Give it to Mobile Homeless Ministry. We're gonna put toiletries in there, shampoo, lotion, deodorant, all of that, and we're gonna give it to the women on Mother's Day.
So at each of these events, how many people show up?
Well, when we go to the shelters, is everybody who's there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is
usually
how many people?
it's usually about 50 or more.
50 or more. And when you ask people to come,
See, I don't know how many are gonna come to
right?
the
But
pop-up.
how much do they usually? How
Anywhere
many show up?
between anywhere between 75, anywhere between 75 to 100. Yeah.
The
especially
reason I'm
for
asking
Asia.
is that I want people to know the
The
impact
impact.
Right.
it has and how many people are helped just because you do it, one, and also because others also donate.
Right.
So the more you donate, the more you'll be able to give it to
The more
others.
you give.
So if it is maybe 50 to 75 to 100 people at different times at different locations, there may be repeats, but there will be more people also. So with all of these events, maybe 4 or 5. You said every week in April you have something,
We
right?
have something
So it's
every
close
week.
to like almost 400 to 500.
Right. So with all of these people impacted in the community, at least 400 to 500 people are receiving something that they never had
Yes.
Exactly.
in the first
Or
place.
that they need, yes.
Mhm.
That they
And
need.
these are the basic needs that you're providing. So thank you for your service. And
Thank you for helping me. I
Of
mean, you
course.
have, he's being modest, but yeah, you've helped me, at the shelter, bringing people, to congregational shelter
Driving them,
in
yeah.
your vehicle. Yeah, in his vehicle, so he's a good person. And, Chastity, I am so proud of her, her journey. I would love for her to tell her journey, how she got this far, if we have time.
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, just be self. So yeah, please give us a quick rundown.
Kind of like a quick backstory. I'll try to make this as quick as possible.
I know you said you were homeless.
Yes, I was homeless. I was homeless for a total of, after I did the calculations, me and my children were homeless for a total of 1,095 days. That's a total of 3 years. It was most definitely a journey.
So when you say homeless, where were you living?
We were house to house, so whichever one of my friends or family members opened up their doors. We stay Motel 6 off of Union and Pauline. Jesus, I know they know me by name by now. Hotel to hotel. It was one time where we slept at my son's daycare. I've had to sleep in my car. I've slept in the driveway of Hospitality Hub. That was how I was able to get assistance from them. Finally, yeah, it was most definitely it was a journey, and it was just really whoever opened up their doors. And then eventually, eventually that it was one miraculous weekend where I had exhausted out on all of my funds. From staying in hotels, and I had utilized all the resources. I ended up this one particular weekend. I slept in the parking lot of Hospitality Hub, and I went in there that Monday, and they asked the question, "Where did you sleep?" And I was like, "In y'all parking lot." And they said, "You were the young lady that we saw on the camera." And they had seen me in the parking lot that weekend on their camera, me and my kids sleeping in the car. And I had received assistance from them. They had placed me in a hotel for about a week, and Room at the Inn had picked up my referral, and we stayed. Well, no, MIFA eventually ended up picking up my referral, placing me and my kids at Room in the Inn. But I had also qualified for a program that they have called Rapid Rehousing Program, where if you're working, no matter what you're making, as long as you're bringing in some source of income, they'll give you a list of apartments for you to go out and search, and they'll pay you anywhere between 3 to 6 months of your rent. But you have to pay I believe, like the application fee or something. It's like $50 or something like that, and they put you in a place. And we stayed at Room in the Inn for about that summer, and I want to say probably at the end of August, September, we were finally blessed with a home.
I'm so proud.
Yeah, it was most definitely, it was lots of prayer, lots of prayers. I have to humbly say, it was lots of prayers and lots of tears shed. Like there wasn't a night that I did not cry. I asking God, like, was it something that I did wrong? Like, and it's not nothing that you've done wrong. It's just something that He wants you to see. And what He wanted me to see was that although I was going through that situation, there were mother and children that was going through way worse. Going back to what I just said, I had family and friends that I could open, they would open up their doors to me. There were mothers and children that didn't have family and friends. I had people that cared for me, even for my son's daycare teacher to open up the doors to her daycare. That's fine time. It's not something that you're supposed to be doing, but for people to really want to help me and to put their lives, you know, at stake to help me. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful for Miss Francis, you know, and even though I was in my situation, you know, she didn't give up. Like she saw the faith in me, she saw the light in me, and she poured into that and seeing that I wanted to help, and that helped me during those times of her having these programs and having these getaways and these volunteer meetings. Like it gave me light, it gave me hope. You know, when you're in that situation, this is the advice that I have for anybody that's going through that. Don't sit and dwell on your situation. That's only gonna make it worse. Get out there and occupy your mind. Whatever this library in particular that we're in, this was my best friend as well. You know, me and my kid, I would take my kids to the library. They would go downstairs in the children's area. We would, you know, probably go to the mall, like just do other things to really get your mind off of it. Because if you sit and dwell on it, you'll go into a dark place. Especially as a mom and a kid, especially a mom with children, because your kids are hungry, you're hungry. You know, your kids are hot, you hot, depending on, you know, this was like during the summer. So, you know, you hot, the kids is hot, everybody's frustrated, like, you know, really give yourself a distraction. You know, take the keys to the car.
And even now, as we're talking, you have your daughter with you here. Can she come here?
Well, we don't want to put her on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, if she's, well, yeah, my daughter is here. My daughter is here with us. She's not too shy. Yeah, but I would talk to them. It wasn't anything in this situation that I hid from them. You know, I was open and honest. Like, we're homeless. Like, we don't have anywhere to go. But I reminded them before we went to bed, God is gonna bless us with a home. We just have to. I tell them we have to be grateful. You know, show gratitude that we have a vehicle that we can sleep in. Show gratitude that mommy has the money to pay for this hotel. You know, for it was things like that, that kept my kids going out. We had moments where we would collide and you know, and clash and get frustrated and things like that. But by the end of the night, we were grateful for what we had.
Okay. So, what is your current source of income?
I work for myself. I with the program that I have, 5 Senses, I created that as well when I was homeless back in 2023.
So tell us about that.
That program, it originally started off just as a culinary arts program. I had received a $5,000 grant through another nonprofit organization called Center for Transforming Communities, CEO Justin Merritt, and they had a grant for community residents. We had to come up with a program, and if it would be their study was if it would be a self-sustaining program. If we were to give this money to a neighborhood residents, would they be able to sustain it on their own? And I created 5 Senses Culinary Arts Program for the youth over at the Douglas Community Center. I think I started off doing classes every Monday and Tuesday. The youth would come over and I would make meals for them, or teach them how to make meals. We would do table etiquette and things like that. And then eventually, as time went on, I ended up enrolling in Tennessee College of Applied Technology for their digital agronomy program, which is basically the future of farming and agriculture. And I added farming and agriculture with culinary arts because I feel that it's important. It's important to know how to cook your own food, but it's also important for you to know how to grow your own food as well. So cooking and growing food goes hand in hand.
And now you are working with somebody who has donated 5 acres of land, and you're doing farming.
Yes,
So
the
please
time.
tell
Yes,
us about that.
the time is now Douglas. With Kathy Temple. Oh my gosh. That lady there, that is my anchor, that is my heart. She's a resident of the Douglas community, born and raised, and she purchased acres of land from 2 vacant houses that was right there at first, and she wanted to start a community garden, but her health ended up taking a toll, and reluctantly she looked towards the youth and reached out to me and was like, I have some land that you can do whatever you want to do on it. And me and my students, we started growing on that land last year. Last year I did my first summer program. I had a group of about 5 girls. They were each able to attend the program on $1,000 scholarship. And that was also through another grant that I had received through community cohort. Community live. I'm a part of the civic cohort there. And I received a $5,000 grant through them, and I was able to take a group of girls. Yeah, this one was all girls. I was able to take a group of girls to like Memphis Botanic Garden. We went to Overton Park. They were able to purchase plants from the Memphis Nursery right up here off of Poplar and East Parkway. They had fun. They had a ball. We got
Very
to
nice.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And so now you are being assisted for your stay in an apartment.
And that is still with MIFA.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, Ms. Francis, we have talked about offering housing
Exactly.
for people. And before you could come, I was talking to her and I asked her what her rent was, 800 something, right? And I said, okay, if you were to have and own a house for something in the 500s, would you like it? And she says, with front yard and backyard? I said, yes, of course. With the yard.
Definitely the front yard is back there.
But you know, the part of Memphis that I'm from, $500, you're not gonna have no front yard, no backyard. Something is going to be missing.
So we have talked about it, and from my side, I have been in the real estate business for over 25 years, and I've been mostly in hotel industry. And I thought that maybe using vacant hotel rooms being offered to people, and it hasn't worked that way. I'm also associated with the Shelby County and Memphis City's Sexual and Domestic Violence Task Force, and there is a big need for somebody, and even that is not working with the hotel. So the idea was to then offer housing from my side itself, and I decided who else to lead that, and I had asked Ms. Francis that would you take a lead, would you be a director, and she very nicely has said yes. And right now we are in the process of offering that, so hopefully in a month or two we will have 2 houses. So we start with 2 and then we'll be 4 and 10 and 40 and 50, hopefully in course of time. But the idea is to offer these houses at
Affordable price.
Affordable prices, that's the whole thing.
and the fact is that will be your own house. You're the American dream, living the American dream. So that is what we want to offer. And of course, if anybody wants help, not only in terms of right now, if you're homeless, you need basic things. Ms. Francis, please tell your number. They can call it
901-937-9756. And I want to say this: a lot of people don't know that there are apartments in Memphis that if you are homeless, you tell them you are homeless. You're living in your car, you're living outside. They will let you live there for free, no income required, and a lot of people don't know that.
And it's called based on income.
Based on income.
Based on income.
And so if you have no income, they will let you.
How many apartments are there, or apartment complexes?
3 in Memphis.
3 in Memphis. Okay.
Yeah.
But repeat your number again so they can call you.
901-937-9756.
And if they want to learn about agriculture or farming,
if
farming.
Yes, if you guys would like to learn about farming or culinary arts, or if you think that your child will be interested in the program, you can reach out to me at 901-292-6777. But you can also follow us on social media via Facebook only right now. I'm learning Instagram and everything else. But you can find us at Facebook at 5 Senses Farming, Agricultural, and Culinary Arts. We have some amazing things coming up, you guys. Some amazing, amazing things. So sign your children up. There's no fee. There's no fee to sign up. And the summer program will start June the 1st through July 1st. So it's only a month program. Spots are filling up. I still have the same 5 students from last year, but I'm looking to hopefully open up to 5 more. So if you like for your child to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit me up.
Okay, and your number again?
901-292-6777. Ask for Miss Chastity.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that if after you go past all of that and want to move into a house that you own, give us a call. The number is 901-849-DEEP. That's 849-3337. You can also write to us at sgp97@hotmail.com. So, of course, you can call us and text us also at 901-849-DEEP. And you know that we, every single time that we have somebody, it is inspiring, it is motivating, and maybe even some shed tears in between because of the turmoil and the phases that people have gone through and what they have accomplished. So that is why the programs that we have, the shows are inspiring, they are motivational. We talk about the problems and issues that we have, people in the community have. How they have overcome is one thing, and how you can help in overcoming them, overcome their problems and issues is also one of the part and a positive thing for us in the community, so that you can be part and parcel. You don't have to go there. We just donate. Sometimes if you want to volunteer, hey, go and volunteer if you don't have finances. But if you do, you don't have to actually go in these neighborhoods, but you can still make a positive impact. So give us a call. Again, the number is 901-849-DEEP. Until next time, have a great time. And when you tune into our show, know that you will have something very positive to look forward to. Thank you so much, and thanks to my guest as well.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Bye-bye.